For a while, when we're talking about combat red dots, you only had two options, basically. You had the Aimpoint or EOTech. But now you have a third option. Everybody's talking about the Trijicon MRO. At first glance, you can kind of see why. Number one, it's a lot cheaper than an Aimpoint EOTech combo. And number two, it weighs about the same as other microsights. But unlike other microsights, it has a much larger objective lens for better field of view. Fourthly, if with 5 years battery life, it joins the chorus of always-on optics. And lastly, it's built and tested to Trijicon ACOG standards. Alright, sounds good so far. Let's take a closer look. So let's get this out of the way first. Yes, the front lens is canted on purpose to reflect the dot back to you. And yes, the sight does have some slight magnification. It can be even as bad as seeing double targets outside of 15 yards. You can help it by closing one eye to get a clearer sight picture, but still, it doesn't happen with other sights. So while we're looking through the sight, let's talk about the glare. If you have a light source behind you, you will see some glare. It will vary depending upon your brightness settings. When you're shooting fast, you won't notice it, but obviously it's there if you look for it. Now that we've got our first look, let's put it into operation. So you notice as a departure from other red dots, I mount the optic actually closer to my eye. This lets me take advantage of the bigger objective lens, and it helps to minimize distortion because the target is always in full view. So when you go to zero the sight, the recessed and capless adjustment knobs don't require any tools, which is really nice, but they do feel a little delicate and squishy when you're turning them. For all red dots, I like to zero at 50 yards since it's the flattest trajectory out to 250 yards. I usually turn down the brightness a little bit to get a more precise dot and a more precise zero. So once you've got your 50-yard zero, then confirm at 200 yards for your far zero. Yes, now you know what time it is. Alright, it's about to be somebody's lucky day. Oh, who's this guy? I think we found our guy. Here we go. It's coming right over. Hey, buddy. Hey, you come over here. Come over here. Hey. Hey, you want to shoot some guns? So, we have our control subject. Let's see how the MRO runs at some CQB and mid-range steel targets. Head. And since this is SuperSetCA, you know you have to throw in the TR24 1:4x scope for some comparison. So, for long-time channel followers, do these results surprise you? One reason is the TR24 has itself a very generous field of view of 1x. And when you throw in some long-range shooting into the mix, and your targets are partially hidden or in shadow, you gotta ask, maybe you're better off with a variable scope. So let's review. You have a micro-sized red dot with a non-micro-sized field of view built to bomb-proof standards and that costs less than the other alternatives. Sounds like a very compelling choice to me. But there's some serious concerns when it comes to the magnification and glare issue. The Trijicon MRO has a lot of promising features, but it does have some serious limitations, so I would advise you to try it before you buy it.